Chosen one, August 35th, you will rise higher. Listen, this day is not like the others that have passed by unnoticed. It carries within it a vibration that calls you to ascend beyond the level you have known. It is a moment carved out of time where destiny whispers, reminding you of who you are and where you are headed. You may feel the stirring already, a pull in your spirit, a quiet nudge that tells you change is not only near, but unfolding right now. The higher path is no longer just a vision waiting on the horizon. It is here, and it is waiting for your steps to meet it. This message comes as a reminder that you were not created to remain in the shadows of limitation. You were chosen to rise, to carry light where darkness thought it had control, to be the voice that cannot be silenced. August 30th is a marker, a turning point where the energy around you begins to align with the truth that you were destined for more. Before we move further, pause here with me. Take a breath and recognize that you are not hearing these words by chance. This is your moment to set an intention, to open yourself to what is waiting for you. In the comments below, I want you to release your warmest wishes, the blessings you long for not only for yourself, but also for those you love. Seal them with the sacred number 777, because when you write it, you are not simply typing numbers. You are aligning yourself with the current of heaven's rhythm. You are setting your words into motion, sending them forward with a force that echoes far beyond your screen. Let this act be more than routine. Let it be your declaration that you are ready to rise higher, that you trust the unseen, and that you believe in the power moving on your behalf. Do this boldly, because what you ask for now is already on its way. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Chosen one, this rise is not about ego or ambition. It is about the unfolding of purpose. You have walked through valleys that tried to keep you small. You have faced storms that told you to quit. You have carried weights that no one else even saw. And still, you kept walking. These things were not without meaning. Every trial refined you. Every setback shaped your spirit. Every delay carved patience into your heart. And now, the climb is before you. August 30th is not promising that life will suddenly become effortless, but it does hold the truth that you will not remain where you were. You are being lifted, and as you rise, the very atmosphere around you will begin to change. People will look and wonder how you kept going, how you survived what should have broken you. And the answer will be simple. Because you were chosen, and chosen ones always rise. Do not think for a moment that your rising is just about personal gain. It is about impact. As you are elevated, others will be inspired. As you move higher, you will shine light on paths that others thought were closed. The favor that surrounds you will not be hidden. It will overflow into the lives of those who cross your path. You are not rising for yourself alone. You are rising for your family, for the generations after you, for the people who will never even know your name, but will be touched by your courage. This is the kind of rising that rewrites legacies, the kind that shifts entire atmospheres, the kind that breaks chains no one else dared to confront. Your rising is a testimony, and August 30th is the trumpet call that declares it. You may have thought that time was running out, that opportunities had passed you by, but chosen one, destiny is never late. It is always on time. It may appear delayed, but in truth, it has been preparing you for this exact moment. What is about to unfold requires the strength you would not have had if you had risen sooner. What is about to break open requires the wisdom you only gained by walking through shadows. Your rising is not random. It is measured. It is divine. It is exact. This is why you could not be overlooked, why the doors that were shut could not remain locked forever. You carry a calling that demands elevation, and nothing on earth can deny it. There will be those who misunderstand. There will be those who question why you, why now. But their doubt is not your concern. Your task is only to keep moving, to keep stepping higher even when the air feels thinner, even when the climb demands more of you. Because every step is taking you closer to the version of yourself that the universe has been shaping all along. The distractions, the criticisms, the betrayals, none of them can weigh you down anymore. They were never stronger than the force within you. They were only noise, and noise cannot drown out destiny. August 30th is not just a date. It is a reminder that the rising cannot be stopped. Look around you. The signs have already been appearing. The restlessness in your spirit, the closing of old doors that no longer served you, the sudden clarity about who belongs in your journey and who must remain behind. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. The universe is clearing the path, making space for the elevation that is coming. You cannot rise while clinging to what was meant only for a season. That is why some things had to end. Some connections had to fade. Some chapters had to close. It was not rejection. It was preparation. You are stepping into a higher flow, and only what aligns with that flow can go with you. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your rise will not look like anyone else's. Do not compare it. Do not measure it by what others have or where others are. Your journey is unique because your assignment is unique. The way you are being lifted is tailored for you alone. That is why some doors that opened for others stayed shut for you. It is because you were never meant to walk through them. The rise prepared for you requires different timing, different alignment, different strength. And when it happens, it will not just be another achievement on paper. It will be a shift in your very atmosphere. It will be undeniable. It will be the kind of rising that no one can explain away, because it will be clear that it was never by your power alone. Do not be afraid of the altitude. Do not fear the isolation that sometimes comes with rising higher. Remember, eagles do not fly in flocks. They rise above the noise, carried by currents unseen by others. You too are being carried now, lifted by a hand purchase that will not fail you. Trust it. Lean into it. Let this moment remind you that your path is not ordinary, and neither is your outcome. August 30th is not promising you ease. It is promising you elevation. And when you look back, you will see that every moment of struggle was worth it, because it led you here, to this rising, to this truth. You were never meant to stay low. You were always meant to rise higher. You are stepping into a season where the weight you once carried will feel lighter, not because the challenges vanish, but because you will be lifted above them. The same struggles that once pressed down on you will no longer have the power to define you. They will remain beneath you, reminders of how far you have come, but no longer chains that keep you bound. August 30th is not just the arrival of a new day. It is the unfolding of a shift in perspective. The rise you are walking into is one where problems do not disappear, but they shrink in the face of your new strength. You will look at the same mountains that once intimidated you and realize They were never immovable. They were waiting for you to discover the wings you carry. Chosen one, you are not rising by chance. Every part of your journey has been connected to this elevation. The disappointments, the nights of silence, the prayers that seemed unanswered, all of them have been adding layers to your resilience. You may have thought those seasons were wasted, but nothing was wasted. Every tear watered the soil of your destiny. Every delay strengthened the roots of your patience. And every time you kept walking when you wanted to quit, you carved a path through darkness that others could not see. That is why this rise is different. It is not fragile. It is not shallow. It is built on endurance, carved out of the fire of your persistence, shaped by the storms you survived. And now, you will begin to notice the shift not just within yourself, but in the world around you. The atmosphere will respond to your new alignment. Conversations will feel different. The rooms you walk into will feel lighter. Opportunities will appear in ways that defy explanation. The same people who once dismissed you will be forced to acknowledge what they can no longer ignore. You are not the same. You have risen. You have tapped into a flow that cannot be stopped. Your voice will carry weight, not because of volume, but because of the authority that comes from alignment with destiny. You will begin to see that the elevation is not only internal, it will spill into every corner of your life. But do not mistake this rising for ease. The climb is always demanding, and the air is thinner at higher altitudes. You may feel moments of loneliness. You may notice that fewer people can join you the higher you go. This is not punishment, it is purpose. Not everyone can carry the vision you hold. Not everyone can breathe the air of the mountain you are climbing. Some were only meant to walk with you through the valley, not to stand with you at the summit. And though this separation may sting, it is necessary. Your rise requires focus, and your path requires clarity. Carrying extra weight would only slow your ascent. Trust that what falls away was never meant to remain. The higher you go, the more you will understand why certain people could not come with you. As you rise, clarity will sharpen. The noise that once clouded your mind will quiet. The confusion that once left you paralyzed will begin to dissolve. You will realize that many of the doubts you carried were never yours to begin with. They were projections from people who did not understand your path. But August 30th marks a moment where you reclaim your vision. You begin to trust the voice within you more than the noise around you. You start to lean into your own intuition, your own guidance, and discover that it has always been leading you upward. The doubts will still whisper, but their grip will weaken. You will no longer bow to the voices that tried to convince you that you were small, because the rising has revealed that you were never small. You were always more. Do not underestimate the transformation you are walking into. You will wake up and notice that the same spaces feel different, the same struggles lose their weight, the same questions no longer carry fear. You will find yourself speaking with confidence where you once hesitated, moving with certainty where you once stumbled, deciding with clarity where you once wavered. This is what happens when chosen ones rise. They are not given a new path, but they are given new eyes to see the path clearly. They are not given a new destiny, but they are given new strength to finally walk in it without fear. August 30th is your reminder that you do not have to be the same tomorrow as you were yesterday. The rise transforms not just your situation, but your very identity. And yes, there will be resistance. The higher you climb, the more the winds will push against you. But remember this: the resistance is not a sign that you are failing. It is proof that you are ascending. Air is always strongest at higher elevations. Storms always try to shake what is rising. But storms do not break the chosen one. They forge them. And so when you feel the winds, when you face the resistance, remind yourself, it is confirmation. It is the evidence that you are being lifted. The storm is not working against you. It is pushing you into alignment with the heights you are meant to reach. Chosen one, this rising is not meant to be hidden. Do not dim it to make others comfortable. Do not shrink it to fit into places you have outgrown. The light you are stepping into was never meant to be covered. Let it shine boldly. Let it radiate fully. Because your rise is not just for your benefit. It is for every person who has been waiting for a sign that rising is possible. When they see you, they will see hope. When they hear you, they will hear possibility. When they witness your transformation, they will be reminded that their own is possible. This is how chosen ones change the world, not by forcing, but by rising. By simply becoming what they were always meant to be. Your rise will also expose the things that were never truly for you. Old patterns will break. Habits that drained you will lose their grip. Relationships that pulled you down will no longer appeal to your spirit. The higher you rise, the clearer you will see what belongs and what does not. And though letting go may be painful, it will also be freeing, because chosen ones cannot carry what was meant for old versions of themselves. You are not the same as you were last month, last year, or even yesterday. The rise demands a new identity, a new mindset, a new energy. And when you accept this, when you stop fighting the shedding and embrace the transformation, you will feel the freedom of wings that were always there, but were waiting to be spread. Remember this: the rise is not an event, it is a process. August 30th is a marker, yes, but it is also an invitation. It calls you higher, but it also reminds you that this climb is ongoing. Every step is a choice to believe in your destiny more than your doubts, to trust the current pulling you upward more than the weight trying to drag you down. It will not all happen at once, but it will happen steadily, surely, undeniably. And one day soon, you will look around and realize you are no longer where you used to be. The old fears will look small. The old struggles will look far away. And the old you will be unrecognizable. Because you did not just survive, you rose. As you rise higher, chosen one, you will begin to understand why so much of your past seemed heavy, complicated, or unfair. Those moments were not placed in your path to break you. They were sculpting you for the elevation you are now stepping into. Diamonds are not formed without pressure, and you have endured a pressure that many could not survive. That pressure has polished your resilience, strengthened your vision, and taught you to hear your inner voice when all other noise tried to drown it out. August 30th is the point where all of that inner work begins to reveal its fruit. The hardships of yesterday become the evidence of your endurance today. You rise not in spite of them, but because of them. You will also notice that with this rise comes a new sense of responsibility. To be lifted higher is not only about freedom, it is about stewardship. The influence you are stepping into requires you to walk carefully, to carry wisdom with your steps, to hold yourself accountable to the calling that has been placed upon your life. Rising higher is not a license to drift. It is a call to focus. The platform you are being given is not for vanity. It is for impact. The energy surrounding August 30th is not just about personal breakthroughs. It is about alignment with a purpose greater than yourself. You are stepping into a role where your presence will inspire others, and that cannot be taken lightly. And yet, with all of this, do not forget the joy of rising. This journey is not meant to be lived with heaviness, but with gratitude. Look back at how far you have come and allow yourself to celebrate the small victories that have brought you here. Each one was a step upward, even when it did not feel like progress. This rise is a reminder that you are allowed to smile again, to laugh again, to breathe freely again. Too often, chosen ones carry the weight of the world without stopping to notice the beauty around them. But as you rise higher, take in the view. See the horizon that is opening before you. Feel the air of freedom that comes with elevation. This is not just a climb, it is an awakening. Chosen one, there will be voices that try to pull you back. Some will criticize you, others will question you, and some will even envy what they cannot understand. Do not let their words become chains. Their doubt does not define your rise. It only reveals the limits of their own vision. Remember, not everyone can comprehend what is happening within you. Some will only see the surface, but they will not understand the fire that forged you, the storms that refined you, the whispers that guided you in silence. Do not waste your energy defending yourself. Let your rise speak for you. Let your transformation be the proof that no explanation could ever capture. The truth is, your rise will make some uncomfortable because it will remind them of the potential they chose to ignore. But do not shrink back to ease their discomfort. You were not chosen to stay small. You were not placed here to hide your light. If your rising unsettles those who remain in the shadows, let it be so. Their resistance is not your burden. It is their own reflection. Your task is not to appease. Your task is to ascend. And as you do, you will find others who are also rising. You will connect with those who recognize your journey because they too have faced the climb. Together, you will form connections that cannot be shaken, bonds rooted not in convenience, but in destiny. And this rise is not only spiritual or emotional, it will manifest in your reality. Doors that were once shut will begin to open. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will reveal themselves. Resources you once lacked will begin to flow toward you. This is not fantasy. It is the natural outcome of alignment. When a chosen one rises, the universe itself rearranges to support their ascent. The timing, the people, the places, all will move in harmony with your steps. What was once blocked will no longer hold you back. Because you are not just walking, you are rising, and nothing can stop what was always meant for you.